question. Have you ever understood an English sentence perfectly, but when it was your turn to speak, nothing came out?
Oh, absolutely. My brain knew exactly what I wanted to say. My mouth just didn't get the memo.
That's actually more common than people think. Many English learners believe they have a vocabulary problem, but often they have a speaking practice problem.
In other words, your brain knows English. Your mouth doesn't.
And that's exactly what we're talking about today. How to train your mouth to speak English naturally.
Not tomorrow, not next year. Starting today.
Before we begin, let's ask our first question. Question number 1. What's harder for you? Understanding English or speaking English? And that's exactly what we're talking about today. How to train your mouth to speak English naturally.
Not tomorrow, not next year. Starting today.
Before we begin, let's ask our first question. Question number 1. What's harder for you? Understanding English or speaking English?
Think about your answer and tell us in the comments below.
Welcome back to English Unchained. I'm Elena.
And I'm James.
Today we're discussing one of the biggest frustrations English learners face. They can understand English. They can read English. Sometimes they can even write English. But when it's time to speak, everything suddenly becomes difficult.
It's like your brain and your mouth are in two different meetings.
Exactly. Your brain says, I know this sentence, and your mouth says, good luck.
I remember when I first started improving my spoken English, I listened to podcasts every day, I watched videos, I learned vocabulary, I understood almost everything.
Sounds great so far.
Until someone asked me a simple question.
What happened?
I froze completely. I knew the answer, but I couldn't say it smoothly.
That's because listening and speaking are different skills.
Exactly. Listening trains your ears, speaking trains your mouth.
And here's something important. Speaking English is a physical skill.
Physical skill?
Yes. Just like learning to play the piano, just like learning to ride a bicycle, just like learning a sport, your mouth needs training. Your tongue needs training. Your pronunciation muscles need training.
Nobody becomes a great football player by reading about football.
And nobody becomes fluent by only thinking about English.
You have to actually speak it.
Which brings us to our first lesson. Read English out loud.
Simple, powerful, and surprisingly underrated.
Let me tell you a story. A student once told me, I listen to English every day. I asked, do you speak English every day? And he said, no.
I think I know where this story's going.
A few months later, his listening improved, his vocabulary improved, but his speaking barely changed.
Because he wasn't training the speaking part.
Exactly. So I gave him one challenge. Read English out loud for 10 minutes every day. Not silently, out loud.
And what happened?
After a few weeks, his confidence increased, his pronunciation improved, and speaking started feeling more natural.
That's incredible.
Because your mouth was finally getting practice.
Let's learn a useful phrase. Out loud.
Good one. When you read something out loud, you say the words using your voice.
Example, I read an English article out loud.
Perfect. Another useful word is pronunciation. Pronunciation means the way you say words.
Example, my pronunciation is improving.
And here's a tip. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Focus on sounding clear.
That's a lesson I wish I had learned earlier.
Many learners wait until they feel confident before speaking.
But confidence comes from speaking, not before speaking.
Exactly. Practice creates confidence. Confidence doesn't create practice.
That's worth remembering.
Now let's do a quick speaking exercise together.
Everyone listening, join us.
Repeat after me. I enjoy learning English.
Again, I enjoy learning English.
Excellent. Next sentence. Every day I become more confident.
One more time. Every day I become more confident.
Very good. And here's another one. I can speak English naturally.
Say it again. I can speak English naturally.
How did that feel?
Hopefully better than staying silent.
Exactly. Every sentence you speak is a step forward. Every word you say trains your mouth, and every day of practice makes speaking easier.
Before the break, we talked about reading English out loud, one of the simplest ways to train your mouth. Now let's move to our second lesson. Shadow native speakers.
This technique completely changed the way I practiced English.
For listeners who have never heard of it, shadowing is very simple. You listen to a native speaker and immediately repeat what they say, almost like an actor practicing lines.
At first, it feels a little strange,
Very strange.
but it works.
I remember doing this with podcasts. Every morning, 10 minutes a day. I would listen to one sentence and repeat it again and again.
Did it help?
More than I expected. Not only did my pronunciation improve, my rhythm improved, my confidence improved, and I started sounding more natural.
That's because you're training your mouth to move the way English speakers move.
Exactly. You're teaching your brain and your mouth to work together.
Let's learn another useful word. Fluency.
Fluency means speaking smoothly and naturally, not necessarily perfectly.
That's important. Many learners think fluency means never making mistakes.
It doesn't. Fluent people make mistakes too. They just keep speaking.
Let's learn another word. Accent.
An accent is the way people sound when they speak a language.
And remember, you don't need a perfect accent. You need clear communication.
Exactly. People often spend too much time chasing perfection and not enough time practicing.
Speaking of practice, let's do a daily routine speaking exercise.
Great idea. Everyone listening, answer these questions out loud. Don't just think. Speak.
Question 1. What time did you wake up today?
Question 2. What did you eat for breakfast?
What are your plans for tomorrow?
Question 4. How often do you practice English?
Question 5. What do you usually do before going to bed?
Excellent. If you're answering these questions out loud, you're already training your mouth.
And that's exactly what this episode is about.
Now let's ask our second question of the episode. Question number 2. If you could speak English fluently tomorrow, who would you talk to first?
A friend? A teacher? A family member? Someone from another country?
Think about it and tell us in the comments.
I'm curious about the answers.
Me too. Now let's move to our third lesson. And this one is important. Think less, Speak more.
That sounds simple, but it's surprisingly difficult.
Most English learners try to create the perfect sentence before they say anything.
And while they're thinking, the conversation keeps moving.
Exactly. Let me tell you a story. I once met a student who knew hundreds of English words. His grammar was excellent. His vocabulary was impressive.
Sounds like a great student.
He was. But every time he spoke, he paused for several seconds before every sentence.
Because he was checking everything in his head.
Exactly. Grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, word order, everything.
That sounds exhausting.
It was. One day I told him, stop trying to be perfect. Focus on communicating.
And what happened?
His mistakes increased slightly, but his fluency improved dramatically.
That's a trait I'd take.
Because communication matters more than perfection.
Let's be honest. When children learn their first language, they make thousands of mistakes.
Yet nobody expects them to be perfect. They learn by speaking.
And English learners should do the same.
Exactly. Speak first, improve later.
That's a powerful lesson.
And it's one many learners need to hear. Because fluency grows through action, not overthinking.
The more you speak, the easier speaking becomes.
The less you speak, the harder it feels.
So if you're waiting for the perfect moment, stop waiting.
Start speaking today, even if it's only a few sentences, even if nobody is listening, even if you make mistakes. Because every sentence trains your mouth, and every day of practice brings you closer to fluency. Before we finish today's episode, let's do a quick speaking challenge.
Don't worry, nothing scary.
Just repeat after us. Speak clearly, speak confidently, and most importantly, speak out loud.
Ready?
Sentence number 1. I enjoy speaking English every day.
Again. I enjoy speaking English every day.
Excellent. Sentence number 2. My confidence grows every time I practice.
One more time. My confidence grows every time I practice.
Great job. Sentence number 3. Mistakes help me improve.
Again. Mistakes help me improve.
And our final sentence. I can speak English naturally.
One more time. I can speak English naturally.
Very good. If you repeated those sentences out loud, you just trained your mouth.
And that's exactly what fluent speakers do. They practice consistently.
Now let's review today's vocabulary.
Word number 1, pronunciation. The way words are spoken. Example, my pronunciation is improving.
Word number 2, fluency. The ability to speak smoothly and naturally. Example, I want to improve my fluency.
Word number 3, accent. The way someone sounds when speaking a language. Example, everyone has an accent.
Word number 4, confidence. Believing in your ability. Example, practice builds confidence.
Word number 5, repeat. To say something again. Example, please repeat the sentence.
Word number 6, conversation. A talk between 2 or more people. Example, we had an interesting conversation.
Word number 7,
practice. Doing something regularly to improve. Example, I practice English every day.
And finally, shadowing. Listening and repeating immediately after a speaker.
One of the most effective ways to improve speaking skills.
Now, let's talk about something important. Many learners believe fluency is a secret.
Or a talent.
But fluency isn't magic. It's repetition. It's consistency. And it's practice.
Think about learning to ride a bicycle. The first day feels awkward. The second day feels awkward. The third day feels awkward.
But eventually, your body learns.
Speaking English works the same way.
Your mouth learns through repetition. Your brain learns through repetition. Your confidence grows through repetition.
Not through watching. Not through waiting. Through speaking.
That's why today's lesson matters. Because many learners spend years learning English without actually speaking English.
And that's like joining a gym, then only reading about exercise.
Exactly. Knowledge is important, but action creates results.
Before we finish, let's revisit today's questions.
Question number 1. What's harder for you? Understanding English or speaking English?
Question number 2. If you could speak English fluently tomorrow, who would you talk to first?
We'd love to hear your answers. Leave them in the comments below.
And don't forget to answer both questions.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please support the channel.
Give this video a like.
Subscribe to English Unchained.
And turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
3 opportunities every week to improve your English.
And if this episode helped you, share it with a friend who's struggling to speak English.
Trust me, they'll thank you later.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep moving forward.
Your brain already knows more English than you think. Now it's time to train your mouth to use it. This is Elena.
And James.
And this is English Unchained. See you next episode. Bye, everyone.